Good morning, everybody. This morning we start our first books on the big and small screen review with our look at the 1962 adaptation of Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird on the big screen. This starred Gregory Peck as Atticus Finch, Mary Badham as uh, Scout Jean Louise Finch, and Robert Duvall as Boo Radley. Now, I love this movie. Actually, it's one of my favorites. And it is, to me, the ideal adaptation of a book. It was shot in black and white, and I think, um, well, I used to wonder what it would look like in color. But I think having it shot in black and white adds something to the story and enhances it as to if it was shot in color it would have taken away from the story. And like I said, this is the ideal version of a adaptation of To Kill a Mockingbird. There have been play adaptations and I'm sure TV adaptations, but this is the ideal version. And, to me, Gregory Peck was the perfect person to embody Atticus Finch, as was Mary Badham with her embodiment of Scout, and Robert Duvall in what I think was maybe his first role or major role as Boo Radley. Um, and like I said in our review of the novel To Kill a Mockingbird a couple weeks ago, uh, it has been my favorite novel for many many years, and um, having the film just adds to my love of the story. And I I obtained it on DVD years ago, and on the DVD there is a making of To Kill a Mockingbird documentary. But in my eyes, along with being a documentary about the making of the movie, it is also a documentary about the times the movie was made in, and the type of town, the culture of the 1930s, which was when I think the movie was set, because this documentary talks about um, the culture of the 1930s with all the culture of the South in the 1930s with all the segregation and injustices that were happening back then. And it has interviews with um, Mary Badham and Gregory Peck. And Gregory Peck tells the story, of when he met Harper Lee, um, and Harper Lee, told him that he reminded her of her own her own dad, which I took to mean that his portrayal of Atticus Finch reminded her of her, how her own dad was. And, the only thing that I was kind of disappointed about, or kind of kind of, the only thing I was kind of, you know, kind of disappointed about is that in the book To Kill a Mockingbird, the section about Mrs. DeBose, was, was greatly, expanded upon, because in the book, for those of you that have read the book, you'll know that Jim, Scott's brother, reads to her, because she, you know, to distract her for from the fact that she needs a shot, because she is somewhat dependent on her medication. And I wish they had expounded upon, expanded the Mr. Bose part in the movie to show some of that, but and but they didn't. Uh, and another, I only have a couple uh, criticisms of the movie. And one of my other one of the other criticisms I have is that Aunt Alexandra part is nowhere to be found in the movie. And in the book, just as with the Miss DeBose part, it is greatly expanded upon, and in the movie, it's nowhere to be found. So I wish they'd um, they had at least they had put that part in the movie, and I think I touched on this in our review of the book. In the movie, or in the book, they put a part. Harper Lee talks more about the relationship between Dill and Scout and how close they are. While that is while that is present, while some of that is present in the movie, I wish they had taken more from the book, because I found um, that that portion of the book talking about the closeness of Dylan Scout is uh, one of my favorite portions of the book. Um, Now, as far as the trial scene in the movie Trial of Tom Robinson, I think a lot of that um, is lifted directly from the book, because I know, um, well, the at least Atticus's speech to the jury at the end of the trial is lifted directly from the book, and and so uh, if not the whole trial scene verbatim, is lifted from the book, because I know that the the Mayo's testimony at the trial, is um, lifted directly from the book, and so is Bob Yule's, which, by the way, I find um, the actor that played Bob Yule, got that character spot on, so much so that I find it somewhat chilling, you know, um, you know, every time I watch it. That's how good it was. And and so if you haven't seen this movie, please do, because you won't be disappointed. And it, along with being uh, along with being highly entertained by it. If you're a student of history, watching the making of documentary will give you a history lesson of what the times were like back in the 30s when this movie was set. And oh, and also I wanted to tell you that how this series will run. Um, Unlike our review series on my other channel, Shaky's Music Reviews, uh, I will be posting all the books on the big and small screen videos on the Facebook page, whereas whereas um, the review series is on Shaky's Music Reviews get posted, the playlists, with the exception of the song reviews, get posted when the playlist is complete, because when the review series is complete, versus because of the fact that uh, the, the reviews on Bauer's Bookshelf are done sporadically. I've just decided to post the um, books on the big and small screen reviews on the Facebook page, and not wait till the playlist is complete. Because I don't know when that'll be, um, since the reviews are so sporadically shot and stuff. But I hope you enjoy this, and please check the movie out. And again, it was released in 1962 by Universal. I give this 5 stars. The movie won 3 Academy Awards, including Best Adapted Screenplay for Houghton Foot and Best Actor for Gregory Peck. Shot and produced by Annabara, audio and video provided by WeVideo and the YouTube Music Library. Screen recording taken from IMDb.